coach presses a player to keep raising the bar.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, it's the home opener for this new season between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you into another edition of Major League Baseball coverage on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac, and Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
You know, I always think pitching and defense are the keys to success in the long run. So as the season gets started, it's going to be really important for this pitching staff to set a good tone. If they can get off on a good foot, it will do a lot for the confidence of the entire ball club. All right, the stage is set. The starters get their final tosses in out in the bullpen, and we've got a good one in store for you, folks. Play-by-play is coming up next. Aaron Nola gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
Acuna digs in now. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest.
Ronald Acuna Jr.
The 1-1 home. In the air now out to left field. Daniels will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move. And digging in, Russell Daniels. He'll get to take his first cuts
fielder,
here.
Russell Daniels.
From the stretch. Swing and a miss that time. It's 0-1. Guys, one of D-Rose former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They haven't quite been able to get on track yet. They come in 2-4 over their first 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, what I need to see out of this offense today is some early production. Somebody's got to get on base and put the defense on their heels. They've been struggling recently. They're not swinging the bats well. They got shut out yesterday, and this offense needs to adjust itself.
And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Hazley leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Oh, got him looking at the 2-seamer, and that'll end it. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless. Now at the plate, Shea Langoliers comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Daniels is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Set to get his day started, Alfonso Rivas, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. That's lifted the other way out to left. Daniels is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Stepping in, Russell Daniels. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in the at-bat.
Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
Come on, baby.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so bad. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Russell Daniels, and he's at risk of the old hat trick. 2 strikeouts on his line so far.
Again, it seems like these hat tricks and golden sombreros are a lot more common than they were, say, 10, 15 years ago. Guys have stopped worried about striking out as much. It's really been an ideological shift in the game. That's a big topic of debate.
Yeah, guys not going to worry about 3 strikeouts. Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. Runner at second, 1 away. And up next, the utility man, Johan Camargo. The 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Daniels is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Russell Daniels. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Looking up Acuna. And that baby's gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. 4th home run here in the early going. And the Phils have cut the gap to 4-2 now.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno. Number 1, man. You got to get on.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure's off. If they get one of the next 2,
for the
series is
Atlanta
theirs.
Braves. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Ought to be a good one here between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. It's Phillies baseball next on the show. Zach Eflin is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
You know, Matt, he wasn't all that bad in his last one. In a day and age where we don't see a lot of complete games, 6 full innings in his last one, and if they can score him a few runs, he has a chance to win this one here today.
So stepping in, Johan Camargo. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. 0-1 count and the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Daniels is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Standing in, Russell Daniels, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
The left fielder, Russell Daniels.
Hey, get your pitch right up there, huh? Let's go, kid. Come on, Big Ed, stay on.
Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. And this will find its way into center field for a leadoff single.
Hey, there's another base knock right there. Hitting streak now up to 8 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, 8 games. Now, man, we're starting to think about it a little bit. You know, you get past that week, you just know you're locked
the
in.
First baseman.
They start talking 8 games. Now you're like, all right, I got a nice little hitting streak going.
Hey, come on, big guy, get your pitch.
Oh, and he breaks, and they've got him picked off. They slap the tag on him, and he is out at second base. Striding in, Max Fried. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The pitcher, number 54, Max Fried.
Lifted in the air out to left. Daniels is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies.
The second baseman, Ozzie.
The 1-1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Daniels is camped under this one, and that's out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that brings up the former #1 overall pick, Dansby Swanson. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Now batting, Russell Daniels. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1.
We've seen this before. Fastballs in, then breaking balls away. That's been his plan of attack throughout the first half of this game.
And there's ball 2 now.
Hey, need you right here one time.
A 3-1 count to the Phillies left fielder.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
The batter, the first baseman.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins.
Wait for a good one, huh?
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit. Now a long throw to third.
Slide.
The tag, and they got him at third. What a throw. Digging in once again, Trey Harris. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Here it comes on 0-2. This is hit high and deep out to left. Left fielder looking up, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Now at the plate, Russell Daniels.
The left fielder, Russell Daniels.
Here's the first pitch to him. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Acuña's there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. And the next in is Johan Camargo. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Daniels is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Digging in the switch hitter, Ozzie Albies. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Ozzie Albies.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Daniels is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. Next will be the cleanup hitter,
Now
Russell
batting,
Daniels,
left
who
fielder.
flew out in his last
Russell.
at-bat.
Almost, Matty.
Daniel.
Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And a check swing here, but he clearly
0-1.
went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
Come on, baby. Get your pitch up there.
And this
1-1.
misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Hey, let's go, big fella. Here we go.
And the pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
And this is swung on and
2 and
missed.
2.
So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Right here.
Philly down to their last strike.
Ball.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full
Got a
now.
full count.
3-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the
Come on,
game.
big dog, get your pitch.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swung on and belted. A solo shot here to left, and we are tied again. Certainly a tape measure shot there as we take a look at it with our show track technology. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity, so it comes as no surprise that it carried as far as it did.
Hey,
The
one
next
down,
to
one down.
bat for Atlanta, Alfonso Rivas.
baseman,
He's
number
working on a
19.
1-for-3 thus far.
Alfonso
Bases
Rivas.
are empty, 1 man out. That's lifted the other way out to left. Daniels is over just a few steps to his right as he takes it for route number 2. Standing
Hey,
in,
let's fly,
Russell
let's fly.
Now
Daniels.
batting.
And that
The
last
left
at
fielder.
bat when he went deep, he turned
Russell.
around a pretty good
Come on, big guy.
fastball. So
Daniel.
I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good
Pitch, you squared
fastball
up.
hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Pitcher's got options here. He looked a little bit out front. Might be able to rush a fastball by him.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, gotta feel like it's a win for the offense.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya! A solo shot here to left, and none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
Hey, when you get into extra innings, you're always looking for that one guy to step up and be that hero. And this guy was the hero tonight. What does he do? Steps up with a walk-off home run to end this thing in extras.
Not a lot of runs put on the board in this one, but here's a guy that found a way to make a difference. He's the tops player of the game.
Well, he blasted a couple of balls over the wall in this one. Really put the guys on his back and carried him to the victory.
A one-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. Christopher Sanchez claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 4 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. They left 10 men on base.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Braves and the Philadelphia Phillies. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Zach Wheeler, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. What's your take on him, Dan?
One of the things we'll look for early, Matty, Zach Wheeler, at times control can be an issue. So one of the keys for Zach Wheeler, getting ahead early in counts.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Russell
Leading up for
Daniels,
the
hitting
Phillies,
.500 in the series
left
so
fielder,
far, 4 for 8.
Russell Daniels.
Hey, keep swinging that hot bat, huh?
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. On a less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. Guys, one of D-Row's former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games. A dive, but it's off his glove. Throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits. So 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
A swing and a ground ball to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and that's the first out.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Into the box now, JT Realmuto, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Realmuto.
Get your pitch, drive it.
The 1-2 towards second.
Come on, get out, get out, get out.
And there are 2 away now. Stepping up now, Scott Kingery, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. The set and the 1-2. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is trying to pick things up where he left off. Russell Daniels, runner in scoring position with 2 gone.
Hey, good one up there, huh?
First delivery to him on the way.
No, that's low. Ball.
Here you go, let it fly.
That's the ball.
Hey, after the double in his first at-bat, looks like he's trying to pitch around this guy a little bit.
Two outs here with a runner at third. A 3-1 count to the Phillies left fielder.
They know the threat this guy possesses at the plate. I know it's 3-1 in this situation right here, but I can't imagine anything comes over the heart of the plate.
Here you go. Let it go.
Here we go. It might be. It could be. It's gone. Home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Phillies have opened it up now. It's 4-1.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means.
So coming to the plate,
Now
Alfonso
batting,
Rivas. 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth.
Riva.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the... Ready to take his hacks
Now
again.
batting,
Russell
left
Daniels, as he'll look to
Russell
follow up the 2-run homer he
Daniels.
launched over the wall last time up.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that
let's
fastball
see
around.
something
He
you
didn't
like right
hit it
here.
a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile, but hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
And he might have another one as this is hit
You're scoring,
high
you're
and
scoring,
deep
you're
out to
scoring.
left. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall.
Hey, good piece. Nice hit right there.
And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. At the plate,
The first
Rhys
baseman, number
Hoskins. He comes in
17.
0 for 2 thus
Rhys
far. 5 runs, 8
Hoskins.
hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. To short. Swanson
Come
picks
on,
it up.
Slide, get out.
Throw to first
He's out of
in
there.
time, and the big inning is avoided. Top half of the 6th about to get started. Digging in to try it again. Ronald Acuna. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Stepping in, Russell
Now batting.
Daniels. He'll try
The
to
left
follow
fielder,
up the double in his
Russell
last at-bat with another big hit right
Daniels.
here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
First pitch of the at-bat. Seven runs on 12 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Harris moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. Dansby Swanson lining up to hit. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one.
Swanson.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Daniels will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that.
Wow, talk about total dominance. 9 innings, only 2 hits allowed. That's about as good as it gets. This guy was as good in the 9th inning as he was in the first. So close to baseball history.
8-1 is the final score this afternoon. Philadelphia led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Zach Wheeler earns the win, his second, turning in a very strong complete game effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies, 8 runs on 12 hits. No errors, they left 6 men on base. For Atlanta, 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, they left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 19 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.